guys, welcome to HipHughes History. Giddy up for the learning, guys. I'm HipHughes and this is Noam Chomsky, and today we're going to give you a little bit of the advice about thematic essays. And of course, this is going to cross over to really any type of history essay that you're writing. So pay attention as I grab my umbrella, some hammer and nails, and we go for a little bit of an adventure on the learning. And umbrellas. We're going to get to this in a second, guys. I really want to kind of introduce first the model that we're going to be using. It's out of New York State. It's United States History and Government Regents Thematic Essay on the Supreme Court. And we'll take a look at that in a second. But if you're doing a different type of essay, if you're doing a DBQ, a document-based question essay, there's actually a separate video for that. You can click that magic button up there and go watch that if you would like. But really, the advice that I'm going to give you is going to hold true really in the main concepts for a DBQ or a research paper or a free response essay if you're like in an AP US history course. It really is kind of a universal truth about writing. But here it is. Get to it, HipHughes. And we have the theme that the United States Supreme Court decisions play an important role in United States history. And then it has three specific, what I'm going to call nails. Sometimes they're called bullets or dots or directions. And number one is to discuss the historical circumstances that surround that case. Number two is going to be explain the court decision. And then number three is going to be the impact. And what I would say is that if you don't have specific tasks, you can apply this basic structure to pretty much any essay. You're going to really talk about the circumstances, the context of history, what was going on that we need to understand about whatever you're talking about. Then you need to explain it. You need to define it. You need to tell us that you know something about it. And then we always end with a crescendo of the impact. Why is it important? Why did we study it? What the heck is going on? What is it? Why is it important? So if you don't have this type of thematic essay structure, you can certainly use that. So I think it's raining. I'm going to grab an umbrella and tell you how to get started. Here we go. All right, an opening paragraph should at least be, I would say, 4 sentences on the short end. It might be up to 6 or 7 sentences. But every opening paragraph has the same structure. The same structure. Number one, you have to talk about the theme. And if they give you the theme, then you just have to restate the theme. This one is that, United States Supreme Court decisions are important. The word throughout you can use to start any essay. Throughout. Memorize that stupid word. Throughout United States history, the Supreme Court has ruled on court cases that have led to decisions that have been important in our history. Giddy up for that. Don't spend more than 30 seconds on that, guys. And then really what we need to do is we need to open up this umbrella. I'm going to tell you what this umbrella is here in a second. I don't know if I have enough. Whoa! That was danger. Danger, HipHughes. Danger. We're going to put the umbrella away. So much for the prop. But the umbrella represents the thesis. You've heard that word before, the thesis. Or maybe if there's more than one, the theses. The theses. And this is really what the whole essay is hinging on. This is the big idea. This is what's bigger than the content. This is what's the lesson, the moral, the fabric of the whole essay. And if you don't have that, then you're writing a report. Oh, no! I don't want to read a dumb report. I want to read an essay that has some kind of big idea. So if you watch the end of this video, what we'll do is we'll link it up to another video that I'm going to create that's going to give you 5 theses, 5 general historic big ideas that you should be able to put in your back pocket and slay any mighty essay with. How cool is that? But you do need a big idea. And I'm just going to give it up for this essay. The big idea really is that during times of crisis, when the doo-doo hits the fan, generally some group is going to lose their rights. It's kind of a freedom-order concept. In order to get order, we have to take freedom away from somebody. So the 2 examples that we're going to use for this specific essay are going to be Schenck versus United States, 1919, and Korematsu versus United States, which is like 1944. Both of these court cases resulted in someone losing their rights. So now that I have that big idea, I'm going to put that big idea in there. And I can be very direct with this. I can say something to the effect of, one important idea that this essay will illustrate is, during times of crisis, civil rights are limited. When the poo-poo hits the fan, All right, so get that sentence in there. And again, at the end of the video, we'll link this up to 5 big ideas. And then you need to take out your hammer. I have nails over there, but I'm not going to grab them because you get the idea. Because basically what we're going to do, I'm going to grab the nails. One second. Is the nails, see, look at the nails right there. The nails represent the specific bullets, the specific objectives that the task has given you. In this instance, there's 3 nails, right? We have to do circumstances, we have to do explaining the case, and then we have to nail in the impact right there. And one thing I'm going to tell you right now is even if you're not really good hammering nails, like you don't know what you're doing, you try. You don't just take the nail and put it down and say no thank you. That would be like going to the stupid carnival and playing one of those games where they give you 3 darts to pop the balloon. And the 3rd dart you go, I don't think I'm going to throw this one today. Throw the stupid dart. The most important thing I can really explain to you is you need to get these nails in the essay, and we're going to give you specific advice for that. But here we go. We have our opening paragraph, and it really shouldn't take you that long. We're going to start off by restating the theme. We're going to give the big idea. We're going to open up that umbrella, and then we're going to at least show the 3 nails. We're going to say, in this essay, we will specifically be looking at the circumstances of each case. We'll take a look at how each case worked, and then most importantly, the impact. That would be great. Tell us what you're going to do in the opening paragraph, and then we're off to the adventure. Bump, 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 Inspector Gadget. All right. So now that we're in the middle of the essay, this is the body paragraphs, and I'll give it as plural because depending on how many examples you're going to use, that's going to determine the structure of your essay. We have to do 2 court cases, so of course we're going to do 2 body paragraphs, but every body paragraph is basically the same. And again, structure is going to get you points, guys. So even if you're really unclear about the history, if you stick to the structure, you should at least be able to get a passing grade. So what we're going to do is we're going to punch you in the face if you don't have a topic sentence. And a topic sentence is going to introduce the grader to what the heck you're writing about. So I can be very direct. I'm going to say the first case that we will discuss is going to be Schenck versus United States. Don't push me into the water, baby. Tell me what we're doing before you go and do it. All right, at this point, we're going to put up these nails on the wall and we're going to start nailing them in. And that's so important that when you start that essay after that topic sentence, that body paragraph, that you state what you're going to do. So maybe as clearly as day, I'm going to state the circumstances of Schenck versus United States are very interesting. Right? There we go. Now I can go and do it. And of course, at least I've tapped the nail. The more information you know, the harder you're going to hit that nail, the more points that you're going to get. Right? And if you're writing a research paper, or DBQ, or if you're doing even like a free response for AP, you're going to use evidence to hit that nail in. According to John Blululala, there you go, right? That's just going to give us more sway over hitting that nail in. But for beginners, put the nail up on the wall and then give it a couple taps. And even if you're off a little bit, at least the nail's in the wall. And of course, we're going to do that for each nail, right? Each body paragraph is going to have a topic sentence. We're going to put the dot up. We're going to explain it. We're going to put the next one up. Let me now explain the decision. Now that we've explained the decision, let's look at the impact of that court case. And then, of course, we're going to ask you, of course, to go do that. That's most important. And now, the final piece of the body paragraph. Each body paragraph. Open up the umbrella. Whoa! Go back to the umbrella. Point up to the umbrella. Go, hey, look, guys, you can clearly say third type crisis. Schenck, was arrested. He lost some of his liberty. Third type crisis. Rights are limited. Ding, ding, ding. You're not a ding-dong at that point. That's the essay that I want to read. All right? Get the structure down. Start off with that topic sentence. Put up those nails and hammer the best you can, and then point at that umbrella and wave it around and show us you know what you're doing. And then do your next body paragraph until you're done. It was the butler in the pool room with the wrench. What that last paragraph should be is, in a sense, a prosecutorial concluding argument. You're basically saying, see, I told you so. In terms of structure, start off with restating that thematic idea, the big idea. Use the word clearly. You could steal these words, I don't care. Clearly, as we have shown, Supreme Court decisions have had a lasting impact on American society. Sounds good, doesn't it? And then go on and restate that big idea if you had one. And of course, if you didn't, it's going to be a short paragraph, but state it, directly. Schenck and Korematsu are two court cases that illustrate the principle that during times of crisis, rights can be limited. That would be great. Again, you're just, in a sense, pointing back to that umbrella, saying, I proved my case. And then this is a really great trick. If you don't know how to end it, steal a without sentence, right? Without these two court decisions, perhaps the balance between freedom and order would have never been established. Would World War I and World War II have turned out the same? I don't know. IDK. How about that? You can really get to make things up, in a sense, when you use a without sentence, going back to the idea of their importance. So, easier said than done, but stick to the script, stick to the structure, and of course, the more content that you have, the more evidence that you have, the longer it's going to be and the higher your grade's going to be. But if you suck at this, you should at least be able to kind of doggy paddle your way to a passing grade. All right, why don't I do what I promised you to? I'm going to freeze right here, and then click my ugly face, and you'll go up, and I'll give you 5 theses. I got to Google if that's a word. Well, how about that? Put that in your back pocket. Alright guys, giddy up for the learning, guys. We hope that you got the major idea of how you should approach a thematic essay, or really any essay when you're writing about history. If you haven't subscribed to HipHughes History, IDK, WTH, click the dumb red button right there. It's like good to do it and such. Yeah, how about that? Didn't that feel good? Great, how about that? And I'll let you know what I let you know at the end of every video. Where attention goes, energy flows. Guys, we'll see you next time that you press my button.